friends and family enjoying a little sunshine outside on the deck. Ooh, that is such a delight. But the deck can see a lot of wear and tear throughout the season. So here were some tips for keeping our decks looking fresh. Please welcome back Contractor Sebastian Clovis. Hey man, how's it going?
Very good. How you doing?
Oh my gosh, I'm doing absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about decks.
I'm very excited about talking about decks. I never thought I'd like really be passionate about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's something to be passionate. You know, some people surf waves, some people surf couches.
Yeah.
I surf decks.
Nice.
I know a lot about them. I spent a lot of time on them.
Okay, so let's get into this. Let's start with building material.
There's two very common types of decking surfaces. There's one that's a little bit, it's a new contender in the game.
Oh, okay.
So first and foremost, we just have pressure treated deck. This is a regular deck. It's just lumber. It looks fantastic, right? It's very, the price point is great. The blemishes that happen, they just kind of blend in. It's easy to replace if a board gets cracked or anything.
Key.
It's fantastic.
Love that.
Right? Problems is that over time, it will change color, right? It will rot. You will have to stain it, right? And when it gets older, it will start to get slippery.
Got it.
When it gets wet, it'll start to get a little bit slippery.
Okay, cool. Okay.
But all in all, it's a great thing.
Great thing.
Moving on over here, this is a composite decking. So this is basically like plastics with some wood all glued together to make these composite deck boards. They look fantastic.
Yeah.
Low maintenance, no staining, none of that kind of stuff. Everyone loves that. I see everyone nodding. Everyone's like, yeah,
That's
no
like, I don't have
maintenance.
to stain?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like that, right? It's fantastic. But contrary to popular belief, you know, over time, with the heat, it can warp, it can fade. Dogs can scratch these, and then it's hard to replace these boards.
Yeah.
You know, because they do fade over time, and because there's plastics in it, when they run the batches, the colors can change.
I was just gonna say it won't match exactly.
It won't be perfect.
Yeah.
So there are some problems with it. It also can be slippery, and it's very expensive.
Yeah.
Right? Now, the new contender to the game.
Let's see what's going on over here.
Yeah, so this is called Dock Deck. This was engineered for docks. It's by a company called Trustcore. And it's very cool. Let me go back to this for a moment.
We're going back over here.
Because the one thing about the composite that I've found is that it gets very hot.
Got it.
That's the problem. So if you're someone who likes to go and step on their deck with the bare feet, this can be an issue.
Spicy.
Now, back over here. As opposed to this one, this is actually engineered with these open channels on the inside, so it doesn't retain any heat.
Cool.
So although this is plastic, it stays cool at all times.
Nice.
It also has these engineered grooves in here, so it is slip resistant.
I was gonna say it's grippy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's meant for the dock.
Yeah.
Right? So it's fantastic. And it's great price point.
Okay, cool.
So I really like this, but of course, it doesn't look natural.
Yeah.
It looks like a plastic deck because it is.
Yeah.
All right? So it all depends on what your preferences are.
Okay, cool. I love that. That's fantastic. So let's talk a little bit. Let's go back over here and chat a little bit about getting this in and also staining and stuff. But
okay, so from a staining perspective, well, let's actually grab these two boards here. All right? So, first of all, when you're painting and staining, let's just do this quick. Don't paint wood outside.
Okay, got
Just
it.
don't do it. It's gonna peel, it's gonna be a problem, and you're gonna have to paint it year over year.
That's the thing. It's now a chore as opposed to a task.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If it comes to oil-based or water-based stains, the water-based stain, you're gonna have to replace it more. You're gonna have to re-stain it more often than oil.
Is that the one that can kind of peel a little
And it can
too?
peel.
Yeah.
The oil-based stain it's got some VOCs, it smells funny, but you're gonna have to do it a lot less. It penetrates in, it's gonna protect your deck a lot better.
Okay, cool.
Now, I just wanna bring this up because this is a regular pressure-treated lumber like this. This is a cedar piece of lumber. A lot of people love a cedar deck because smells like joy.
Yeah.
Right?
That's a nice smell.
But you have to stain the deck. And what happens when you seal it is you see that cedar, it turns yellow, right? So you might love it looking like this. Oh, I want a deck that looks like this. But once you stain it and seal it, it really kind of looks like the pressure treated.
Yeah.
So it's really not worth the extra cost
Yes.
for that cedar.
In your opinion.
In my opinion.
I was gonna say.
I don't want to piss off the cedar.
Yeah.
All right?
I love that. I think it's true. They are quite similar, and this is going to last better.
Yeah.
And cheaper.
So something else, here, pop that over there. Something else you might notice about all of these decks, you don't see any screws.
No.
And that's a big deal because in my opinion, a well-built deck, you know, either the screws are all lined up perfectly, so if you're screwing it down, make sure you snap a chalk line and put the screws right on that line.
That's how you know an amateur deck for a professional.
Yeah, when the screws are all over the place, you're like, your uncle did that. Right? Your brother-in-law did it. He might not like you that much. Right? So if you want to avoid that, you can use, this is a camo deck installer.
Okay.
This is a very cool, it looks like a stapler.
It does.
So what happens is you just pop that on your deck board.
Okay.
You put your screw in there. You pop it down, and it puts the screw on a 45-degree angle into the side. So you don't see any screws, which is visually amazing.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
But also, when you put a screw through the face, it goes through the pressure-treated surface. It creates a little divot. Dirt fills up in there. Water goes in there. It'll start to break down the deck faster. Right? So investing in this little tool right here.
Saves you money in the long run.
Or telling your contractor to invest in this little tool right here. It's a good way to go.
Sebastian, fantastic work. That was amazing. Keeping our decks in check all summer. Hey, Mary here. What did you think? Drop your comments below and don't forget to like and subscribe for more of the good stuff.